Been traveling for a spell. I was hoping to have some words with you.
I'm listening.
I'm used to flying solo, but I gotta admit, working with you makes me think I've been missing out. Having someone watching your back is refreshing, especially since you never know when the Institute is watching.
You've never had a partner?
Not for a long time. Besides, partnering up in the railroad can leave you vulnerable. One more person who can finger you to the Institute. Some people at HQ are jealous. You took the big nap and everyone you knew is long gone. Now, hear me out on the silver lining. If a human in the railroad slips up, then they expose friends and loved ones to danger. You're safe from that.
Well, I guess I'm a little lucky then.
What's done is done, and the upshot is you're in a position where you can act openly. If you go to ground, there's little the coursers can do about it. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm a synth. At least that's what they tell me. So I really don't have anything to lose. For Glory and me and the others, it's easier to dedicate ourselves to the cause.
You're a synth? Why didn't you tell me before?
I don't like talking about it. I was one of the first synths they did the whole cranium reboot on, so it was a bit of a botched job. Most synths have fun fake memories. A happy home, a family. Me, I got nothing. And that, well, it does something to you. Since we're traveling together, I want you to take this. It's my recall code. If you ever need to know something about the Institute, read it to me.
What's the recall code do?
That's the safety net the brain docs put in. An ejector seat to bring back your old synth self. I don't know for certain, but I imagine it's a big old wad of trauma and cupcakes. Except with no cupcakes. Don't use the code unless you absolutely have to. It'll wipe my memories. I'm not sure how much of me will even be left. You know, I'd just feel better if you didn't read it until you need it. We've been making the rounds, doing the job. It's time you learn the big secret. Everyone thinks that Desdemona is the big boss. She calls the ops, gives the rah-rah speeches, but it's just an act. She does what I tell her to because the railroad, it's my show. It's been that way since I founded it.
You? You founded the railroad?
Sure. Me and Johnny D and Watts. Hell, that was over 60, 70 years ago. After a while, you lose count. I tell everyone I get the occasional face change to stay anonymous. Truth is, it takes a lot of work to keep this mug handsome. We've come a long way since the beginning. We've done a lot of good, saved a lot of synths. But we're about more than that. We are the last and only line of defense between the Institute and the Commonwealth. Hell, maybe even the world.
Go on.
People think our missions are all about synths, but there's more going on. We are building a better, brighter Commonwealth. The Railroad really is the best, noblest organization that's ever lived. we... I can't keep up with this bullshit.
Sometimes I think you're crazy.
Sometimes I think you're right, but there's a point to this, a lesson, if you will. There's other organizations out there, and in time, I'm sure they're going to spoon-feed you their own patented form of bullshit. Ignore the verbiage and look at what they're doing, what they're asking you to do, what sort of world they'd have you build, and how they're going to pay for it.
So what's the railroad's deal?
We're not about saving the world. Too big a job for too few. But we're trying to make it a better one. One synth at a time. And care about the little guys. Maybe lend a hand on the side. Not as much as some would like, but hey, it's something. But the real question is, What do you think of us? And at the end of the day, you'll need to make a choice. Make it the right one. You know that staticky sound? Yeah, it means we should get the hell out of here.
Alert hostile detected.
Got it.
So strange having people about.
I have those chemical formulas for you.
Marvelous. Now we can reform another societal picadillo. The hydration break. Whether it rears its head around the coffee pot, water cooler, or soda fountain, it's a menace. Vault-Tec scientists have conducted experiment after experiment to eliminate this inefficiency. But people feel an irrational need to socialize. So if they must squander their time, let us turn it into the collective good. With chemistry.
What? Aren't chemicals bad for you?
Oh, Clem, you worry so much, my boy. Everything you eat and drink is made of chemicals, don't you know?
Oh, right. That's very interesting, Lady Overseer.
These are just special chemicals.
What type of chemicals are we talking about?
Well, that's up to you. But from what I've read, the R&D folks really outdid themselves.
Let's get started.
So build the soda fountain, and then serve refreshments to our residents. And Clem, if you get thirsty on the job, feel free to have a cool, refreshing beverage.
Gee, thanks. I guess I'm open for business. Not a bad job manning the soda fountain. The soda fountain's open. Want to be the first customer?
Depends. How much does it cost?
Oh, it's free.
Really? Well, I guess then.
It ain't Nuka-Cola, but the soda's free. Never thought I'd have an honest to
Pretty
goodness
tasty.
job.
Weird after taste, but it's good.
Make sure to come back. We're in a vault? Wow. All the soda you can drink. We're in a vault? Wow. You here to check up? I got a customer right here. Didn't see you at dinner.
I had a pee. One pee. I'm stuffed.
Well, if you want another drink...
Sure. Maybe that'll help.
Excuse me.
To think we've turned the simple soda fountain into something noble. It fills me with pride. On to the next prototype. The Hippocratic Oath. A solemn vow to do no harm. Well, roughly that's what it means. I don't want to get into interpreting dusty Latin textbooks. But that core sentiment of the medical community runs counter to what we're trying to accomplish here. Doctors shouldn't put their patients' welfare first. Instead, their sole focus should be the collective good. You understand, of course.
I could see needing to strike a different balance here.
Is that a twinge of misguided conscience? You should work on suppressing that. So, enter the Vault-Tec Phoropter. A specialized piece of optometrist equipment that, yes, can improve a patient's eyesight. But potentially so much more. The prototype requires a bit, well, a lot. All right, a staggering quantity of radioactive material. But the results will be worth it.
Nuclear material, you say? What could go wrong?
I know. It's foolproof. But don't fret about the nuclear material. We chose this site for Vault 88 because our surveys indicate that there's a rich source of uranium deeper inside the caves. So, dig deep and get what we need.
Not a bad job, manning the soda fountain. I'll do well. Promise.
Looks like we have our first patient. Yes. Before we begin, Clem, how do you feel about children?
They're... alright, I guess.
You ever planning on having any?
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Just idle chatter. Go on.
Hi, you here for an eye exam with the with this thing?
I guess.
Go ahead and get in.
So, what do I do?
Just stay still.
So I just sit here.
Yeah. The machine will do the rest.
This thing's creeping me out.
All done. It says you got, minor eye infection. Some eye drops will clear it up.
Thanks.
And that's it? Nothing else?
No, Lady Overseer, exam's all done.
Finally, Vault 88's work can truly begin.
If you're just going to spin your legs for an hour, the power cycle is pretty fun.
Excuse me.
I never had an eye exam before. It wasn't so bad, I guess. Why are you doing this stuff, anyhow?
These experimental devices could make life better. For everyone.
Huh. No shit. So I need eye drops, huh? Right. After Clem going crazy on that damn power cycle, are you guys some sort of sickos?
It's not what you think.
You can't talk your way out of this, pal. At least up in the Commonwealth, everyone's up front about trying to kill you or rip you off. Come on, Clem. Let's leave. These guys are assholes.
But I've got a job now. I'm an I run the eye machine. I can't leave.
Run while you can, Clem.
I need to assign someone to this. Hey.
I wish I had never even heard of this vault.
The Brotherhood. In Capital Wasteland, they really weren't bad. But now...
So, one of our residents left. Well, it'll be easy enough to replace her. The important thing is that our work is progressing admirably.
Yeah, it's a minor setback.
Due to the nature of our work, attrition is inevitable. This last experiment is my pride and joy. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Braun and the others, I have spent my time devising my very own prototype. Its premise is this. We are all flawed creatures, each with our own vices. What if our vault didn't pointlessly try to stamp out these predilections, and instead harnessed them?
Give me the details.
The vice in question is greed. The schematic is for a slot machine. I designed it to be as enticing as possible. Choose the experimental parameters, and let's see how it fares in the field.
Let's trade some things.
Anybody need help with anything? I just can't lose. Ha ha! I win again. I just can't lose. You gotta try this, this slot machine. It's the best. Ha ha! I win again. You gotta try this, this slot machine. It's the best. Ha! I win again.
Let's check in with Clem.
Oh, hi. That slot machine thing is a hoot. Thanks a lot for letting me try it, Lady Overseer.
I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself.
After all the experiments, what are your thoughts?
It's done. Finally. Hundreds of years of refining and planning. The results were mixed. But in science, you rarely wind up exactly where you were expecting. With my life's work done, I think I will deliver our schematics to other vaults to improve their lives.
Vault 88 needs you. And your guidance. We can't afford to lose our overseer.
How touching. Sentiment shouldn't matter in this calculus, but somehow it does. I will stay. And together we will make Vault 88 a beacon of hope for the future.
You done with all your experiments? I hope I did good. They were real interesting. If you're done with me, I might hit the mess. Might eat a bean. Ugh.
How are you doing, Clem?
I'm doing well. This vault's just the best. I haven't been attacked by mall rats. Not even once. Just happy to be here.
You really are a glass is half full kind of guy, aren't you?
Who? Me? Heck, I'd be happy just to have a glass. I look forward to giving Vault 88 my best.
Getting hungry. What is it?
A lot about winning, that is.
Hey, you disappear! No fair!
Ammo isn't cheap. Can we just pay you to play dead?
You hit like a rat!
Hey, who's there?
This is the part where you're supposed to die. Before I met you, I'd go whole days without massacring a bunch of things. Honest. Aw, how are we gonna kill him now? If they left anything useful
Who's there?
for us.
nuts around my neck! Say,
Review
ah!
showdown.
Annoyed. I hear something, baby!
Whoa, everybody stop! I got a spot.
Where the not be mad? Someone there?
Here I was wanting to spend the day reading proofs, and then you had to ruin it. Traveling with you ain't dull, I'll say that.
I can smell you out there, little sneak.
So, new business model. We team up with a mortuary. You see where I'm going with this, right?
Surely Tinker could have found a better HQ than this.
Desdemona told me to give you this.
An extraordinary feat to recover this. But that's hardly the point. Without a lick of training, and us knowing hardly anything about you, Des has invited you to join HQ. It would have been nice if she had consulted with her second-in-command. But what's done is done. Since you're here now, we might as well put you to work.
Tell me what you need, Doc.
One of our field agents, Old Man Stockton, needs help with the runaway synth, H222. So headquarters, as always, puts out the fires that others can't be bothered to put out themselves. The paranoid old bat won't even tell us the problem. He insists that we get our intel from a dead drop.
What's a dead drop?
Oh, shit. I knew I forgot to tell you about something.
Oh dear lord. A dead drop is a mailbox with a rail sign on it. It's a common means of communication for us, so keep an eye out for them. When you make contact with Stockton, he won't give you the time of day unless you give him the proper countersign. The current sign is, do you have a Geiger counter? And the counter is, mine is in the shop. Please tell me Deacon taught you that at least.
You can trust me with this. I'll get it done.
You sound rather convincing, actually. Stockton is a prominent businessman at Bunker Hill. The dead drop will be near there. Use the escape tunnel in the back to get there quicker.
Setting human-machine interface to 100%. Good day, Agent. My data indicates Mercer Safe House has been established. Reward dispensed. Further help is required. I have the location of a Black Ops cache. It contains supplies our organization needs. Railroad Alpha has asked for you to secure the cache from any hostiles in its vicinity.
Tell me about the mission.
The cache is hidden in compliance with tactical counter-surveillance protocols. This RFID device will locate and unlock the cache upon close proximity.
How does this device work?
The device is calibrated to identify you as Colonel Johnson of the Defense Intelligence Agency. Colonel Johnson is authorized to access all DIA military ordnance in the region designated Commonwealth. You only have to secure the cache. Runners will transport contents on a separate timetable. Terminating human-machine interface.
You got the platform built yet? Tick tock, tick tock. I'm waiting for the good news. I did it. The platform's constructed.
And I filled in the blanks on the blueprints. We can actually build this crazy thing. The science of this monstrosity is wow. But fortunate for us, the ingredients pretty common. But there's 3 specialty items that I just can't grab from our safe houses. You find those, and we'll knock down the gates of hell.
How's the interceptor actually work?
Then let me impart some science to you. We got 4 main parts. Need a control console to input the code and process your biological information. No problem, easy. Second up, a relay dish. That's the bit that intercepts the teleporter signal, man. A molecular beam emitter to, scramble your molecules up for the transmission. After that, just wire everything together on the same power grid and boom! This thing's gonna suck up juice like a blood bug on a Brahmin.
I'll get started.
Yeah, the sooner the better. After you get the gettables, meet me at the build site.